Liverpool failed to provide a boost to their Premier League top four hopes as they were held to a disappointing 0-0 draw at Crystal Palace. Victories over Everton and Newcastle United had reignited belief that a late charge into the Champions League places might be in the offing. However, that looks like an increasingly ambitious target after another largely limp performance that only offered hope of more when both Diogo Jota and Mohamed Salah hit the woodwork. As for Palace, their winless run in the league was stretched to 8 games by a stalemate here, but this was undoubtedly another step in the right direction for Patrick Vieira's men, who also struck the bar through Jean-Philippe Mateta. Crystal Palace vs Liverpool result 1-2 final Crystal Palace 0-0 Liverpool 0-0 goals. Clean sheet a positive for Klopp to cling to in a difficult season that is simply crawling along. Jurgen Klopp has no choice but to find the positives in every performance. And one of those tonight was the fact that a Liverpool side who have been porous for large parts of this campaign kept a third consecutive Premier League clean sheet. When the Reds were being thumped by Wolves and Brighton just a few weeks ago, restoring some solidity was seen as the first step towards putting things right. It might not feel worth celebrating tonight, but they have at least achieved that aim in recent league games. Nunez a big miss for the Reds of course, while Liverpool managed to shut out Palace. Their failure to get on the scoresheet themselves was cause for frustration. But you wonder whether the visitors would have found it so tricky to unlock their opponent's head. Darwin Nunez not missed out on a place in the squad through injury. The Uruguayan has started to get back to his best in recent weeks after a post-World Cup lull, and his knack for creating danger was sorely missed here. Liverpool fans will hope he can be back as soon as possible. Palace better than form suggests speaking ahead of this game. Patrick Vieira insisted his team were playing better than their 8-game winless run in all competitions suggested. And you could see the Frenchman's point after Palace made it 9 without victory in holding Liverpool to a draw here. The Eagles were lively on the break, aggressive in the press, and defensively solid whenever they needed to be. It looks more likely that their form will soon turn into a run of wins rather than a string of defeats that might drag them into the lower reaches of the table. Crystal Palace vs Liverpool as it happened final. Crystal Palace 0-0 Liverpool full-time. All over at Selhurst Park in Crystal Palace and Liverpool will take a point apiece from a game that won't live particularly long in the memory. 89th min. Very little happening in these closing stages, with this G.